Good morning, traders. Hope you had a great evening, and hopefully we'll have a blessed morning. Good morning, OT, Stephen, Chad, JC, Rick Shelton, Sandra, Bill VW, Bob Peterson, Stephen, Kenneth, Pedro, Dana, Yolanda, Martina. Good morning. And to everyone else who's not in the chat, Mr. Rodriguez. Not much moving this morning. I did see a few, but not many. Good morning, Tamimi. Well, we made it all the way through yesterday's live stream without any problems. Hopefully we'll do it again today. Be nice to me, YouTube. I don't know why all of a sudden the issues with YouTube. It's been going pretty good lately. Good morning, David, Harry. We have about 2.5 minutes to go before market open at 6 a.m. Hopefully something will take off for us. And if you're new here, I'll do an introduction around 6:30. Let's get past market open. Hopefully make a few dollars before then. Good morning, Joe. Don't be shy, guys. If you have a question, type it in the chat box. Say good morning. Questions about trading, that is, not about setting up. This is not a support live stream. But if you have issues, head on over to Discord. Since we're having trouble with the support ticket thing, you can leave it in general chat. I will look over there and check it out. Good morning, Randy, Bob Peterson, James, Frank White. Glad you guys could make it this morning. We made a few dollars yesterday. Nothing to really brag about, but it was a few dollars. About 45 seconds to go. We'll be watching this column. We'll be watching this column as well. As these numbers rise, you'll see a stock start at the bottom. It'll start working its way up. These percentages will turn green, and they will start really kicking high in the numbers. Usually they end up here in the top position. They work their way up as they're getting stronger. Hopefully that'll happen this morning, and we'll get some quick profits. I'll be clicking on them as they happen. Well, let's see what's happening here. Nothing much yet. Good morning, Alex and Flo. Mainly interested in this column as well. We want to see this green come up here and this percentage number to really start kicking and rising. Little bit of activity. Let's see if we can get something to get up here to the top and start kicking it. Kind of a weak start. RSLS, a cheaper penny stock on the move, 32 cents. This one came up to the top here as well. FRGT, let's go back to the other one maybe. I think that one's going to die. One's the better one here. They're both moving just a penny, so these are the cheaper ones. I'm not interested in these. I want one up in the dollar, at least $1 or $2. Since this happens to be a penny market time of year, seems to be all we're getting lately. We're not just strictly penny market. It's just that's all that's moving is the cheaper stocks. Still going on this penny stock, RSLS. Those of you who play them, good luck. Here's another one moving here. That's the same one, FRGT. That's the two we singled out just a few minutes ago. So these aren't the stocks I'm looking for. I'm looking for a stock around $2 or $3 a share. I'll settle for $1. I don't like trading them, but I will. And I'll start marking out the support and resistance lines and start finding the pullbacks. So pay close attention. Really need to learn how to set these levels. This would be the high of the morning open, right there. This would be the low. Hard to get these penny stocks to cooperate. You have to really pay attention to what's going on. Let's try this next one here. ULY, there we go. We're up in the $5 range now. Hopefully it'll make its way up to the top of the list. So wherever this turns around, I'm going to put a line there, support or resistance. It'll probably be a resistance. And if you don't know how to get the line on your mouse, you go to your drawing tab, select drawing tools, and it's the second one right here. And you just double click on the screen. Looks like this one's dropped down the list, so it's not going to go very far. Let's try this one here. BTAI. Looking like they're kind of weak this morning. Not wanting to get up there and get moving. I'm going to mark the high of this body. If we break through it here and it pulls back down and retests this level, we'll take an entry. But not as soon as it hits it. Give it time. Let it play out. So we are breaking through. Make sure your chart's on EXT so you'll be able to buy pre-market stocks. Your active trader, that is. Now we need it to pull back to this resistance level. Let's turn it into support. So at the bottom side of it, it's resistant as it's trying to get through it. Once we break through it and it comes back down, it becomes support, and it looks like it's going to keep going. We must have traded this stock before. I've already got the next level set here. I prefer the pullback, not just the run up. May not get it though. William, get out of the live stream and get back in it. It'll probably clear it up. Kind of struggling here at the 290 range. It is holding this price though, not pulling back. Now we're getting a pullback to this level. We will become support if it doesn't break through. If it breaks through, it's probably going to become resistance again on the bottom side. If it bounces from here, possible play to the next level up. This would be our entry down here if it reverses and goes back up to this level. Not a whole lot of volume coming in. That kind of gives me doubts. Yeah, I don't know if I would trust this one or not. It's not fully cooperating. We like faster activity than what's happening. It's kind of like we're sitting here waiting, hoping it'll turn around. And when you start getting all the hopes and wishing, it's pretty much going to be a risk play. We wanted to see it come up and pull right back down and take off, and we need volume to do that. This one's more on the weaker side. Good morning, Greg R. We are down here at the support level. Let's see if it breaks through. I'm not seeing a bunch of buyers coming in though. Volume is getting really slow on this stock. There's another one on the move up here. I need to pay attention. RSLS, a cheaper stock. It did have the pullback. This would be the levels. I wasn't watching it, so I didn't get on it fast enough. It did pull down to this level, which is the bottom of this red candle. When it reversed again, this is where you would put your line. And we wait for a break through this resistance, a retest of that resistance, and a bounce up. The last candle, last bar would be the last candle, had almost 500,000 shares traded. So we're retesting this level. This candle just came down and retested. Let's see if we get another run up. I'm not buying penny stock, so if you guys want to take a chance on it, it's going to probably move a little. But it's only moving 0.5 penny to a penny, so be cautious if you trade it. We did get the crossover down here of the moving averages. This is the 5 and the 13. We did get some spike arrows coming in, and we did get another spike arrow here. Seem to be having trouble getting up from this point, though. But it should rise. Not much money to be made there. That's why I stay clear of these pennies. Unless you got 10,000 shares, then you can make $100 a penny. $10,000 shares would be $3,600 to throw in there to make $100. This doesn't sound feasible to me. Good job, Dana. It's definitely slow crawling. Good morning, Casey. So you can see how this happens. I have my drawing tool, and I told you where to get the drawing. So we had resistance here. It could not break through before all these candles were here. We marked it. Then it pulled up to here. This was a mark from a previous day we were trading it. It did make it up here finally. So it pulled back, and we marked this level. And then it bounced and took off. This is the play we're looking for. It's called a pullback strategy. So you wait for them to take off, break through a resistance level, pull back and turn it into support. Then they normally bounce up, and there's a very high chance of that happening. So from 280 to 303, 309, 29 cents right there. So if it turns into resistance here, it's probably going to pull back down, but we're breaking through. Now we may come back down and retest this level again before the next bounce up. Let me zoom in a little tighter here. Good morning, Broke Joe. So now we're testing this level. See if we can get a second run here. Actually, it'll be the third. This was the first. This one's the second. Nice little pops. We are going up again, and we've already traded it before. The next level is already set. So we'll probably go up to 340. Watching the volume, it's slowly trickling in. It will probably get there. It's really hesitant to move. May come back down and retest, it looks like. This is a support level. Hopefully it doesn't break through. Looks like we're running out of steam on this one. That's an old saying, isn't it? Volume is fading. That third rise is hard to get. The best play in my book is the second run, because you really don't know where the first run is going until it pulls back. And usually the second run is a lot stronger than the first. And the third run can happen. I've seen it happen. I've seen fourth and fifth runs, but they're rare. Looks like we may eventually get up there if the buyers come back in. Volume is picking back up. We're now at 170. The last candle was 64,000. Dana, but that's a risk play if you hang on to them like that. You did well with what you profited. Never ever say, I wished I woulda, because the moment you did, you may be wrong. You can always get back in when you see it acting like this. It did pull back a couple of pieces of change here, and then it took off again, but it's showing weakness to me. It's not as strong as this run. Of course, this one was weak too. We are going to make it to that 342, it looks like. Well, we're at 340. I guess that's close. Be happy with what the market awards you. There's always going to be, I wished I would have held. I should have bought more shares. You're always going to have those. And one morning you'll come here and say, okay, I'm buying 5,000 shares. I'm not buying 1,000. I'm doing this in one trade. And you'll do it. One and done. You got that right, Greg. We did hit that 342, but it was slow to get there. One thing you had going for you if you got into this trade, you didn't have a bunch of whiplashes with red candles. It was slow but steady. Very minimal pullback before the next run up. Wasn't very volatile with buyers and sellers. So we first started watching in this area, and of course, let's go back to, I wished I would have bought more, but if you held from here to here, you would have made a very decent profit off a cheap stock. From 280 to 345, that's 65 cents. You are welcome, William. Looks like we're going for more. Need to break through. This has now become resistant because the price cannot break through it. So this is a resistance level. This is a support level. It could pull back down, bounce off of here, and give you the same amount of profit again. Good morning, MB. Man, if your price is not correct, Habanero, you probably may not. Are you on live data? Do you know that for certain? Can you see over on your main chart? Top left corner, it should say real-time data. If your price is not even equal, then you definitely have an issue somewhere. I'm going to say if your price is wrong, that's going to be a ThinkorSwim issue. You may want to hit the support button up at the top. Let them know that your price is not right. Maybe they can figure it out. I don't think there's anything I can do for you about price. So if your price is wrong, the indicators are going to be wrong. Habanero, do you have extended hours checked and you did not change the time on Momo? So right click on Momo, edit properties. You should have 3 minutes up there and extended hours is checked. Well, I hope that's not the end of the party already this morning. Good morning, Coach. All right, let's get this introduction done. I am Ricky Gaspard. I'm a guy who trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990, and I am also a ThinkScript coder. I write scripts for ThinkorSwim. I create my own indicators. I create my own setups, my own labels. Our latest release is this Momo indicator here, which scores the stocks when they first start moving. So it's looking back 30 minutes for anything that's trickling up, and it gives them a number. The more stocks and shares the people buy, the higher it climbs on the list. And this V-spike indicator I created monitors volume spikes. So we like to see this volume spike kick in beside these numbers as the stock is rising towards the top. Once we catch a stock moving, we wait for this pullback. and we set our levels, our lows and our highs. Wait for a return back to a support level before entering a stock to ride it up to the next resistance level. This is my pullback strategy I created. This is the 5 EMA. This is the 13 EMA. And back here, we look for a crossover when it first starts moving over here. And we watch for volume spike arrows to pop in. And you'll see a label pop in up here when this arrow appears and this candle grows big enough, it'll say bullish up here. If it's dropping, it may say bearish. But before we buy, we confirm that we have enough volume to get in and get out safely. If the volume is low, you may have trouble getting out. This is the overall volume of the stock. I don't use volume bars. I monitor numbers on everything that I do. So this is the entire volume of this stock, and it currently has more sellers than buyers in the overall volume. So to put it simple, we watch for these numbers to increase. We're interested in one, we click on it. We come over here and check it out. If it's at a certain level, a support level, we watch it to see if we can get the bounce off of it. We just demonstrated that earlier right here and right here. It's called the pullback strategy, and it works very well. I've been using it for many years. And it's an easier way to make a judgment call whether you want to get in or not. This stock is currently falling. There's more sellers than buyers. And my attention's been drawn to another stock. I kind of knew this was going to move again today. It moved yesterday. And as you can see, these things work because I just had a subscriber call out a stock to me using the software that was scripted by me. If I don't pay attention while I'm talking, I miss plays. Since I missed this, I will be marking the resistance level when it turns around. I'll be marking the support level when it bounces down to the bottom. Then my next move would be to play the bounce back up. So sometimes if you feel like you missed them, hang on, put in the levels. You may get a play on it after all. I'll continue my introduction in a minute. Volume is quite low. We only had 19,000 shares on that last candle, which was this one. But there may be more buyers to come, so we'll mark that level. This is resistance. It can't get through it. It tried twice. So while we watch it, I'll continue the introduction. This all started over on YouTube. I started posting some of the videos, some of the indicators I created throughout the years, and it grabbed a little bit of attention. So if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, I just put the link in the chat. Now we're breaking through that level. It's not going to let me finish. I want to get a play as well. So if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do. That's how I make a few pennies. Like the videos, comment on the videos, let YouTube know what kind of a job I'm doing. It also lets me know what kind of a job I'm doing. In the description of the video, you will find a link to our Discord, where there's over 1,000 other investors sharing information, posting stock picks and whatever. A lot of them volunteer and answer support questions if they know the answer. Visit our trading floor with Gregster and River Place Dad doing their due diligence on stocks. They post a few stocks every day. You may want to pay attention over in that channel. We have options traders for all the options players. We have It's Me Bob over there. I think he's currently busy at the moment, but he holds live streams when he's available and teaches a little bit further in-depth review of options. If you have questions or troubles, head over to the how-to videos and watch videos 8 and 9. Those will help you a lot. You may not need support after those 2 videos. And if you have a support question, you can leave it over in general chat. We're currently having issues with our ticket support system. Hopefully that gets resolved soon. And I thank you for joining us this morning. And one final thing, do not trade off of my screen. Make sure you get set up on your own computer. Sometimes mine's delayed and you could be deceived on your entry and exit. This one's continuing to go. I probably should have pulled the trigger on it. Kind of hard to concentrate and give an introduction. So I'm going to wait on the pullback to this level. It may not occur. There it comes. Like to see it pulled way down to that line. There we go. Let's see if it can hold or if it's going to break through. This is why you don't just jump in. You wait for that next green candle. This one's having trouble. Still having trouble. It's coming down to retest again. Volume is dying. To me, that sounds good, but I prefer to do them live. I like the action. If I can talk you right through it during an introduction, which is kind of hard, but I like to do it that way. If I play a replay of something, then That may work. I thought about it, but I've never ever made a video, as it would be a commercial to me. Here, watch this. I kind of like to speak directly to the audience, explain it as it goes, as it happens. It may eventually come down to that. Looked like this one ran out of juice. Good morning, Double Dare. So it is a support zone. It has not broken through. To be a true breakthrough, this candle would have had to close below this level. There is a chance of a bounce, but the volume has died. So if you've been participating in these live streams, you've seen this setup happen over and over and over. That should tell you something, how often it happens and how often it works. It's a very good strategy. It'll pull you through the slumps if you've been having trouble making money. It'll put you back on the right track. These indicators are the biggest blessing of all. It triggers us right when something starts moving. Daniel, go over to general chat and leave me a message there. These live streams, I try to make me a few dollars. It's kind of hard to concentrate on support and explaining what's going on and trading, and sometimes my phone goes off and too many distractions. I prefer to leave this as a trading session, training and trading. Stone Cold, I can't instruct you on that. I haven't changed over. I don't know what issues you're going to face. You'll just have to let us know if you face any. All of the scripts are on Discord. You shouldn't have to back anything up. You can just go over there and reinstall them. Good morning, Christopher. I know you guys are anxious to make money and you're having support issues, but I can't do it in this live stream. I try to contact people after the stream and they don't respond. I guess you disappear after the stream. Daniel, it's over in Discord. If you haven't subscribed to Discord, that's what you need to do. That's where we all hang out. It's also where all the scripts are, all the help is. Here's a link to the Discord. Did you accept the disclaimer, Daniel? If you didn't accept the disclaimer, you're not going to see the channels on the left. You can't see the channels on the left. Click on one of the circles. I believe it's the second from the top on the left. The channels should appear. If you don't see them, click all the circles until you figure it out. Watch the video, I believe it's number 8 or 9 in how-to videos once you find those channels. It'll give you a basic rundown of Discord and what's going on there. BATI, going to have to break this level here. Remember, it's all about levels. I wouldn't set this level, but I can tell you it needs to break this level. The level would be on the pullback and the run up. This is just playing in the zone here. So don't ever take what I say the wrong way, but if you're new to ThinkorSwim and you found one of these videos and you like what's going on here, but you know nothing about ThinkorSwim, I don't want to disappoint you, but you need to learn about the platform first. Don't be so excited. This will always work, but you need to start from number 1 and work your way up. You need to understand the platform you're using. There's lots of YouTube videos all over YouTube about ThinkorSwim. Once you're familiar with the platform, if you've never traded, you've got another hurdle to get over. Trading's not something you just look at and it looks good and you start doing. It takes an education to learn what's going on. If you don't get that education under your belt, you're going to lose your money. It's that simple. So if you're wanting support and you don't even know the platform, you'll probably be lost forever if you don't go learn the platform. That's a little bit of tough love this morning, but I have to tell you the truth. We're in that quiet zone. 7 o'clock will be the next time news may come out. News always comes out at the top of the hour. On rare instances, somebody may put news out during the hour, but not very often. So 7 o'clock will probably be our next opportunity to pick up on something. LIAN making a little bump here. This is what these indicators do. You just sit here and wait. Once you get set up, the stocks come to you. You're not out there doing homework and spending hours trying to find something to buy tomorrow. We just sit here and sip coffee, wait for it to happen, and hopefully make a few dollars. Learning financials is not an easy task. I make it appear easy because I've been doing it so long. But to someone new, it's difficult. I'm going to set that level there. This is the high back here that we hit. Let's see if we can get through it. So if you click along with me each morning, you'll learn naturally by doing it. You'll learn where these levels go. Daniel, you don't have permission to speak during my live streams. I cut out the background noise of everybody's dog barking, telephones ringing. About 5 more minutes to go before the top of the hour. Hopefully somebody has some fantastic news and we get a stock to go from $3 to $50. That's wishful thinking. Broke Joe, watch the screen. Right click on Momo, edit formula. It's right here in this square. And this always stays on 3 minutes, never adjust it. It's not a time frame on your chart. I'm using it as a multiplier of this number here to get my 30 minutes. Good morning, Jimmy. Jimmy, you missed about a 60-cent run that none of us got. We all got a piece of it. I got none of it. I didn't click the mouse, had too many things going on at one time. I like to be 100% focused when I'm in a trade. This was one of them. I don't remember the other one. I don't remember symbols. I'm just watching the price move when it's over. I don't even know what it was. And that's the honest truth. I'm just watching numbers. These things don't stick in my brain unless I put them in a personal watch list. Then I'll remember tomorrow, oh yeah, that's the one that moved. BTI, JC says. Jimmy, it was BTI or BTAI, wasn't it? There you go. BTAI was the other play. But if you're not here before the rooster crows, you miss out. It did, Jimmy, but I didn't get a play on either one of them. That first one, BTAI, it was a slow creeper up to that level. I probably should have played it, but shoulda don't make you any money. There'll be more. Doesn't bother me none. I've seen many of them fly by in these live streams where I could have played them and made a fortune, but kind of hard for me to multitask more than 10 different things at once. You guys don't know, I'm watching 13 different scans at the same time I'm doing all of this. And I'm watching the Momo on each one of them. That's all I'm watching. Momo and volume spike. Stone Cold, you got that right. It's been a penny stock couple of months. That's about really the price range that's been moving really well. You heard me holler for a month. I don't buy penny stocks. I bought one yesterday. It was profitable. Kind of felt like I overspent to make $190. I was over $3,000 to make $190. But it was profit. Well, we're past that 7 o'clock hour. There must not have been any news because I've been watching. Maybe the people still need to read the news and interpret it. If it's good news, it'll pop up right here because they'll all start buying. So if you've been here before, you know what can happen when a stock starts moving in this channel. I wished it was moving on the upper level, not the lower. This is telling me it may come out of it and drop. I'd rather see it teasing this resistance line, not the support line. It's funny how that happened, right? Right when I said it, it happened. While we're in the quiet zone, I'm going to go refresh my coffee. Be right back. All right, I'm back. ULY, we must have played it before. There's a resistance level going up the ladder. Let's see if we can get some volume to come into it. I'm also watching this all stock scan here. You can find it over in TOS Scans on Discord. Good morning, Steve 66. ASPA, $24 stock. Not a whole lot of volume, but the buyers are trickling in. So I can reach up here and set my levels already. There's one. There's that pullback right here. I only want to play the current zone, so that's where we are with this one. Very low volume. Yeah, the spread is high, very high. Must be something happening with that stock for it to do that and the spread to be so high. Maybe they're going to release news and they don't want everybody jumping in. Who knows? It's definitely not a widespread because it's volatile. I'm sure they have their reasons. Down to 20 cents, 40 cents. Some reason they're not wanting people to buy it. Maybe they're letting their investor buddies come in. Okay, y'all get in, and then when you're in, I'll release the spread. You really never know. I mean, look at our government. Would you ever think that we'd have a government like we have? So how much manipulation's going on in the market? How many stocks do they buy on early notice? So now we're bullish at a 74-cent spread, 83. So if you're not a big spender, you can't buy this one. I don't want you to. That's what they're saying. Let my buddies come in. Y'all all know I'm just kidding, right? That's how I feel sometimes, though. $1.82 spread. The moment it ticks up a little bit, like, don't you buy this? $2 spread. Fishy tactics going on here on low volume. There's no reason to have that spread. I guess if you're willing to pay to play, that would be the play. From 24 to 30 bucks. So it's even a high spread when it's dropping because they know people come in as it's falling. So let's raise the spread in both directions. The news is it's too expensive to buy because the spread is high. That's the news. BTAI on the move again. Thank you, JC. Problem is, will it break this level here? Right through there is where we need to break. I don't guess MNR ever got off the ground yesterday, the IPO that was supposed to launch. Actually, it's an IPO that launched at 6 a.m. yesterday morning on pre-market, and I think it launched by accident. Because I went to find it later after market open, about 30 minutes after market open, and the screen was blank again. As if it had never traded. All right, Greg, I should be here today. Maybe I can catch it. Wish we could put them in a watch list before they started trading, but they don't let you do that. PBLA done jumped up on us. Got our high and our low, or our resistance and our support. Not moving very much money, about a nickel to 6 cents in this zone. Not worth my money. Good morning to you. I think BTAI is just bouncing around. Not a whole lot of volume in there to really drive it up. Good morning, Robert Pro. And the lawn guys just showed up. If you hear a lawnmower running in the background, my apology. PBLA still not doing anything. We're in the quiet zone. Nothing for me to talk about. Go refresh your coffee cup. I'll mute my mic for a minute while these mowers get out of the way. All right, I think the big mower's done. That's the one that makes the noise. Robert, are you set up the same way as I show each morning when I show my pre-market scan? It seems like you guys, I don't know how you get different numbers, but I don't know why so many issues when all you have to do is load the scan. Might be your refresh rate, might not be refreshing as often as mine does, but here's my settings once again. I think I'm going to put a permanent picture on Discord and just direct you guys over there. But if you're not set up just like this, you're not going to show the same scans. And even if you are, you may not show the same scans if I refresh before you do. You have to remember there's a 5-minute delay between refreshes, and we don't all refresh at the same time. But I'm at mark 25, 10,000 volume, after hours percent changes loaded, 2%, extended hours in 1 minute. If you're set up like that, I can't help you if your scans are different, your numbers or your symbols. I don't understand it, why they would be different. Maybe it has to be the scanning refresh. I know some things change when I upload them, like Momo Scanner won't keep a setting. I'm going to go ahead and upload my pre-market again as a scan. And I'm just going to direct you guys to go over there and reload it from now on because it's too repetitive for me each morning. And I don't know why these issues happen between one person and not the next. Okay, and TOS scans, it's number 4 if you want to go reload it. Broke Joe, you cannot adjust the refresh setting. ETAI going up to that 340 again. I missed it because I was uploading a file. But that was about a 20-cent gain right here. See you later, Dana. You have a blessed one. Pretty quiet right now. As we work our way up to the 8 o'clock hour, it's going to really get quiet. So I'll go ahead and do another walkthrough here for those of you who don't know me. I am Ricky Gaspard. I'm a guy who trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990 on ThinkorSwim. I'm also a ThinkorSwim coder. I write my own scripts. And I give them out for free and teach you how to use them. This is my volume spike indicator. It lets me know immediately when a stock starts moving up or down. This is the momentum indicator that scores them by number. Least they move to the most they move. So we watch these numbers and we watch these spikes and wait for everything to come into action, and we click on it. Over here you see the pullback strategy. I also coded this. When you see a spike over here, we confirm that we have a crossover of these two moving averages, the 5 and the 13. Once we have that crossover and these spike arrows popping in, you'll see a bullish signal pop in up here to let you know the buyers are on board. We'll always look at the volume to make sure we have enough volume to get in and out of the stock safely, since we are scalping for profits. We also monitor the overall volume. On this side, you'll see buyers or sellers. It lets you know if there's more buyers or sellers in the overall volume of this stock. Never trade off my screen. It is sometimes delayed. Make sure you get set up just like this on your own computer to do trading. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, that's how I make a little bit of money for giving all this information away. Like the videos, comment on the videos, let YouTube know what kind of a job I'm doing. It also lets me know what kind of a job I'm doing. In the description of each video, you'll find a link to our Discord. Click on that link to join our Discord. Accept the disclaimer so the channels will pop in. Here's the link to that Discord for those of you who are in the live stream. Once you're in Discord, head over to the how-to videos and watch videos 8 and 9. It'll explain a little bit about Discord and how to install these labels and scripts and indicators. If you have trouble, leave me a comment over in general chat, since our support ticket system is having bug issues. And I'll get to your general chat question as soon as I get through with this live stream. When you're in Discord and you got everything set up, visit the other channels. We have the trading floor with Gregster and River Place Dad posting their due diligence on stocks. We have the options traders, where options people gather and plan their strategies for the day. We have It's Me Bob, who gives an occasional lesson on options trading through a live stream when there's enough participants. If you have any questions, and they're not support questions, you can type them in the chat. Otherwise, leave them over in general chat on Discord, and I'll get to them as soon as this live stream is over. I appreciate you joining us this morning. Waiting to see if BTAI can break this level of 342. We've already had it break several levels. It just hasn't been a really strong opportunity to buy it. We had a play back here, which was minor. The best play was back here at 610 when the market first opened. As of now, it's kind of just bouncing around, not giving us the opportunity to get in. If you haven't hit the like button on this live stream, please do. It helps me get a rating with YouTube and keep things rolling along. Make sure you come here each morning for these live streams and watch these lessons over and over and over. Pound them into your brain. You don't think they work? Ask any subscriber in this live stream that's been here. They know. I don't have to prove the indicators to you. They prove themselves. You just have to come here to learn how to use them. And it's really not that hard. Yeah, a lot of people, they kind of want to be here and help watch me walk them through the trade. I think over time, they'll put me in the corner somewhere and do it themselves. That's the whole goal. I know a lot of them are already doing it. I know a lot of them are already watching how to find the stocks because they call them out to me. I love what I'm doing. I love teaching. I love helping people make money, share information. Once you learn, I hope you do the same thing. Get on that Discord, help other people out. Put in a little effort, cuts down on my workload, lets me concentrate, and gives me a little breathing room. And a lot of you guys are really helping, and I appreciate that. Bob helps a lot. Niner Fan helps a lot. Gregster helps a lot. River Place Dad. He's keeping track of all kind of things. And I've seen some newbies even jump in there and give some support. And that's really good. I stop at 9:30 a.m. only because we're in a really bad market. If the market didn't lay flat at 9 o'clock, I'd probably stay here and trade with you guys all day long. And I do plan on doing that in a bull market. I'll probably just quit whenever I'm done. But right now it's pick and choose, and it's been a lot of penny stocks, and I don't really like playing them. I prefer the $5 to $50 range. But we just don't get them in pre-market in the recent months. It's been all cheaper stocks. Jimmy, all of these are pre-recorded on YouTube. Each day when I end the live stream, it's automatically there for the replay. It's very important you subscribe to YouTube. When I put out something new, that's where I launch everything, is on YouTube before it even makes it to Discord. you're not a subscriber, you won't get that notice. And you'll wonder, where did that come from? Ed, everything you see on this screen, I coded. And yes, I did include the words bullish and bearish. You won't find any of these things on ThinkorSwim other than these two moving averages, and I also coded them into the script. When you load this one indicator, it's called V4, and it's over in current setup. That's where this current setup is located. There's only 4 files to load. When you load this one indicator, it's going to load this bid, spread, and ask. It's going to load this bullish or bearish. It's going to load these indicators and arrows. The next step, I believe, loads this label down here. And the next two load these momentum indicator numbers and this volume spike. And you're pretty much good to go at that point. On this Momo indicator, it doesn't seem to keep this box here. It says include extended hours. So when you first load Momo, you need to check this box. And all I did was right click on the name, went to edit code, and check the box. Don't change the time frame. It has nothing to do with your chart. So I've coded some things that you're not going to find anywhere. I've even been reviewed by ThinkorSwim, TV Ameritrade. There's a video on that as well where they tested this indicator back when it was version 2. And they couldn't believe the results they were getting out of it. They used it for long-term investing. They did a back test for 5 years on version 2. I believe it was Apple was the stock for 5 years. They only had one instance where they lost maybe a few dollars, and all of the rest of the candles were green through 5 years. I believe over a 5-year period without them doing anything, just do the back test, it was $36,000 in profit on one stock. Then when I told them, hey, that's a day trading indicator, not a long term, it kind of halted putting it on YouTube. But I know it works. They couldn't prove me wrong. But it's not about me, it's about me helping you understand what I've done here so you can profit from it. Good morning, Niner fan. Ed, the link is right above you in the chat. You'll see a Discord link up there and a YouTube link. Just scroll up a little and you can click on those links. James, through the years, you have a list that you build, or you should be building, of your stocks that you play. I do play these market open things at pre-market, and I do sometimes play market open. But I'm usually done 30 minutes after market opens. I try to make mine in pre-market where it's not so volatile, and I do a good job at doing that. So no ETFs. I try to stay in the range of $5 to $50. That's what I perfected over my 30 years of trading. I've stuck to one thing, buying stocks. I tried options. I tried futures. Stocks was where I needed to be, so stocks is what I perfected. You'll find your sweet spot through the years. You'll say, well, I'm much better at doing this or that, or that's where you stand. There's a lot of people love options. I feel like I have more control here than I do when I'm doing options. Options, you got to hang on for a little while in some cases. Me, I like to watch it fly and get out. Good morning, Gregster. And to be totally honest with you, I don't do a lot of trading. And I'm sure many of you have noticed that. Sometimes I'll hit one a day, sometimes two a week. I like playing the A-plus setups. If they're not perfect, I don't throw money at them. It's like this one's going to go back to 342. Going to probably get pumped up before market opens. Randy, yes, it is. It should be the only one there. You go to current setup, that's definitely the one. So the current setup channel will always be the current setup. That's why I named it that. So if I make any changes, it'll be applied to current setup. That's any changes to any of the current scripts. If I make any changes to the older scripts, I always send out a notification no matter what, every time there's a change. So if you like buying and selling stocks, perfect buying and selling stocks until you're so good at it that you enjoy trading again. I wouldn't doubt it, Alex. That's why I don't want anybody trading on my screen. It doesn't appear to be delayed to me on my end. I'm moving my mouse. It's responding within 2 seconds. So are you sure you're not delayed? Ed, I don't like a bunch of indicators. If you notice, I don't have volume bars. I really only do my trading with the indicators I create. I know there's other indicators in ThinkorSwim. I've probably been through every one of them in 33 years. And yes, I have heard of the sizzle index. I have used it in the past. My confirmation is right here. These two lines, that's my confirmation. These two lines in volume. I'm a volume and price action trader. I could actually get rid of all of these indicators and only trade this price and these lines along with these two indicators. I don't need anything else. Really don't even need this label, but I leave these things there for confirmation only. And of course for teaching everybody, because if there was a blank chart up there with only a price, I think people would have a harder time understanding what I'm doing. But eventually they'll come to the conclusion too that it's only buyers and sellers, volume and price action. And yes, I was that trader back in the day that had 1,000 lines on here where you couldn't even see the price anymore because everybody was saying, use this, use that. This one works better. No, don't use this one, use that. I've been through all that. It's squeezing, it's consolidating, it's channeling. There's everybody's idea of how to reinvent the wheel. Till you stick with one strategy, that's when you start becoming successful. Ed, I play numbers. All I play is these numbers. I don't even care what the symbol is. I just play numbers. You heard me say earlier, I don't remember what that symbol was because I don't care. I only play buyers and sellers, volume, and price action. There's more buyers and sellers, I'm interested in buying. If there's more sellers, I'm interested in shorting. Currently not shorting the market because it's so hard for everybody right now. I feel like I'm part of dragging everything down. I prefer shorting in a bull market where they run them up and then they pull them back. But we're in a negative market. I don't want to be part of the problem. I mean, we're all the way down to penny stocks in the morning. How much further before they collapse? BTAI keeps bouncing up there. I think they'll pump it up before market open. Seems to be the strongest of the morning. And if you come here every morning, I do this every day. We have a play. I show you when to get in. We're also watching numbers. We're not just guessing that it's at a bottom. We're watching the volume flow. Everything you see on this screen is kind of confirmation of a bounce. It's not just that it pulled back, it's time to buy. It's not that simple. But if you come here every morning, you'll see these volume spikes and these stocks running up the list. They're very strong in volume before they pull back, before they run up again. We're playing the numbers, not guessing at a bottom. You are welcome. Investing's not a guessing game. You really got to know what you're doing. Don't expect to even learn this simple system overnight. Don't expect to learn it in a month. You should actually paper trade or do on demand until you perfect it before you put any money into it. I've been doing it so long I can make it look easy, but you can ask anybody in here. They had to learn what was going on. And each time I create a new indicator, I have to learn what's going on. I have to train myself how to use it. I have to fine tune it if it's not easy for everyone. Never give up until it's right. I'm not a quitter. Always test things before I put them out. I'm actually testing a scan right now. It's not on the screen. Problem is, I don't have much to test because the market's not cooperating. I was hoping for at least 2 green days. That hadn't happened yet. So even these 2 indicators, ThinkorSwim said it couldn't be done, and I did it. They told me I could not pull live data out, and I did it. I actually canceled my scanner service. I've tried several of them, and they worked for me for a while, but they were only calling out one stock at a time, where here I have multiple choice almost all the time for free, not $800 a year. They probably hate me for putting this out, but it's the truth. If you haven't hit the like button on this live stream, please do so. Help me earn a cup of coffee for tomorrow morning. Watch my YouTube videos. That's where you're going to get a lot of information. Even watch the old ones. They do contain valuable information. Feed the brain until you absorb it. You're welcome, Marilyn. So we're probably going to bounce up. It's not on a support level, but we're probably going to bounce back up and retest 342. I'm thinking they're going to pump this stock up just prior to market open, so be careful. They'll sell it off just before market open as well. Because if they can pump it up now and get out, they don't have any fear of losing it after the market opens if it gaps down. And I could be totally wrong. I'm just watching price action here. If we break this level, they're probably going to take it up a bit. And as you can see, you can play between the support and resistance lines. It broke through here, took off, came back down, hit that support line again, ran back up, came down. Are we going to go a third time? Probably. And each time, that's about 18 to 20 cents profit. Thank you, Dwayne. So here we are. We're back up at the top. We're breaking through. They're probably going to pump it up. That's if this candle closes above this resistance line. This candle needs to close, or it may just run right on up. It's a risk play right here because we're just prior to market open. We may not even get a pullback play. It's a gamble. If you get in here, it's a high risk play. It's called a pump. I just like natural pullbacks, steady as we go. Good job, Bob. Still going up a bit. They're doing exactly as I said they would do. And you'll learn how to call these out over time. You'll learn the market and how it works. So we may get a pullback here. We may bounce off of this support level, but it is 813. And there's the sell-off before market. They got that last profit. So that was a 320, let's just say 325 up to 360. 35 cents. So this is what I want you to learn. I want you to be able to tell this story every morning that, hey, look, it's at support. It's going to go to resistance. I want you to tell the story about every stock you trade. You should know what it's fixing to do. And you'll be able to tell that by using these indicators and these crossovers and these support and resistance levels. Then you'll get to know how buyers act prior to market open. Yeah, never ever do I jump in after 8 o'clock. Sometimes I get brave and try to catch these. Sometimes it doesn't work out, and I learn my lesson again and again and again. But I cut my losses short. The only bad part is I tie that cash up for a day or two if I'm wrong. My apology for the delay, but I can't control YouTube. That's why I do not want you trading off of my screen. Thank you, Roth. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Wayne, for that donation. They're definitely selling it off before market open. The SPY is kind of trickling downwards through the whole pre-market session. Thank you, Wayne. I'm going to refresh the connection here. You may not hear from me for a second. Okay, I should be back. At least I hope I'm back. I don't know if that helped any. Maybe that got rid of some of the delay, maybe not. So in about 10 minutes, we're going to change over to market open. I'm showing a 2-second delay now. I don't know what you're seeing on your end. You can hear me, correct? Nobody's responding. Okay, great. So that must have helped because you responded immediately after I said that. That told me the delay was much less. Here's that high spread stock starting to move before market open. So at 825, we're going to move this all stock scan up to here. And I'll pick another scan for down here. I'll probably move up that new scan that I'm testing. Probably can do this one right now. You can see this one has many more numbers because it's keeping them for 3 minutes. So when they pop in up here and disappear, they'll still be here. Here's CRKN taking off. It's a cheap penny stock. This came right off that new scan. This is also special coding. Go ahead and change over to the all stock scan up here. So what you're going to see at market open, this column is going to get very volatile. What you want to focus on is this momentum indicator column. We'll be watching the numbers. The most important stocks are going to be the top 1 through 3 or 4. So I'll be clicking on each one of them, looking for green candles, but I'll be waiting on pullbacks before making an entry. If I don't feel comfortable with it, I won't trade it. So the ones that run up at market open, I'm going to try to keep my eye on them and look for pullbacks. I'll be marking the support and resistance lines when I find one. Starting to get a little bit more activity. Good morning, Vaughn. So once you get set up with this setup, you'll be monitoring your own pre-market. You'll be doing the same thing that I'm explaining here. We're only going to concentrate on the top few. You'll see waves of volume come in, then they'll go silent and black, and another wave will come in, and it'll keep doing that until about 9 o'clock. And then it'll probably die flat. I absolutely am a price action trader. Price and volume, that's where it's at. I trade numbers. That's what I trade. I don't trade for profit or loss. I trade numbers. Profit or loss is the result of trading numbers. About 2 minutes to go yet. Ruth, if you just come to these live streams, you'll catch on really quick. Someone doing it live for you is the fastest way to learn. We're monitoring volume spikes, and we're scoring those stocks according to their movement. This is tracking the last 30 minutes. So if someone's just trickling into a stock, it'll give a small score. As it gets stronger, it'll grow in numbers and work its way up to the top. So we'll be watching these top 2 or 3 after market opens. We'll be looking for pullbacks. I won't be buying these market open green candles. I'll be waiting for a pullback of support and resistance to make my plays. Good luck, everybody. I'm going to keep an eye up here. I'm watching the SPY as well. It's going red. That's a SPAC stock. I'm going to stay away from it. The spread was ridiculous. Here's Snap making its run up. We'll wait for a pullback. I'll mark the upper level when it stops rising. But I'm only going to mark the body of the candle. I'm not going to mark a wick. So I want to see where this body of the candle ends up. So if we pull back here, I'll set my level. And it looks like we are. Hopefully it'll come down. If it doesn't come down, I'm going to wait for it to break through, then make a reversal and retest this level as support. If it does that, I'll make an entry here. I'd like to see it pull down into this zone. There we go. See how far we make it. It could fail and just keep on going down. I'm also trying not to lose focus over here as that's happening. So let's see if that's a bottom right there. Has nice volume. Yeah, we may run up from here. That may be the level. We're going to wait for confirmation. Not looking too promising on this one. I'm going to remove that drawing. We're going to set a new level, it looks like. Yeah, that one's a failure. Let's see what we have here. That's that SPAC stock. This is GPAC. Very low volume. I'm not interested in that one. CRKN, this is the one that they pumped up just before market open and then sold it off. It's a cheaper stock, not my price range at all. The SPY is falling like a rock falling off a cliff. We may not get a play today. Big red candle on the SPY. Probably going to drag everything down with it. Seeing lots of red coming in. Not seeing anything promising. The SPY is really dropping. Lots of red. We do have a penny play over here that may pay you a penny. IBRX. Let's see if we can get something going here. Need to break out, pull back, retest the support level, and then we purchase if that happens. Not looking very promising either. I'm looking at 13 scans all red. I'll take a look at CCJ. Falling like a rock. IBRX. SPY still headed down. Think I'm going to sit on my hands this morning. Wait for a better day. Or maybe get a play later this morning after this live stream. If the SPY turns around. So the entry would have been back here, not here, where you may only get this little move and then back down. PRZO was a play earlier in the week. I don't think we actually played it, but I did see it moving earlier. Looks like we're going dead here. The SPY is still dropping. They're dragging it down again. I see I'm not an options trader. I used to be. I just focus on stocks now. That's where I make my faster money. I just up my share size to make it worth the trouble. This is where I'm comfortable. This is what I perfected. I don't hop around from different things. A lot of people like to do that. Me, I like to focus on one zone and stick with it. But we have lots of options traders using this same setup. They apply some of these tools to their strategies and make it work. You can find them in the Options Traders channel. You're very welcome, I see. We are profitable this week, at least I am. I'm sure a few of you are. I've seen you post your winnings. HUBC pulling up a little. Not a whole lot of money there. It's only paying out pennies. Kind of like my price range between $5 and $50 doesn't exist in this market, or currently it doesn't exist. I have no maximum on my all stock scan on the price. They're not coming up here to the top. Every now and then we'll see Tesla or Microsoft or Meta, Amazon. They'll occasionally visit this area. The SPY has an even bigger red candle now, falling even harder. Good job, Kenneth. PRZO, very low volume. It did reach the resistance level and pulled right back. No plays yet. Need that SPY to turn around for anything to happen. Right now we're trying to defy gravity. No volume on this one. I'll leave those levels there for later. And VOS, cheaper penny stock, making a run for it. $0.72, 31 cents, $3. Let's see what $3 will get you. Ran into resistance already. This is Leon. It's been moving since yesterday. Price is jumping around. Maybe we'll break through resistance here and get a pullback and get a play on it. We did break through. See if we can close above it without it losing its gains. We need a retest, or it just may run up as a wild goose chase. Make sure you set your trading chart today and take the EXT off. It's trying to go against the SPY. There's a pullback. Let's see if we can hold it now. Problem is, I don't know where it's going to run up to. It didn't give us a level to set up here. Be a wild goose chase, probably. We are at support. It doesn't seem to want to break through. The SPY is still falling. Yeah, looks like a failure. Not going to happen. We need the SPY to at least be channeling, consolidating, trickling up a little. Not seeing that this morning. Probably going to start dying down here soon. Nothing really spiking on earnings reports. Everything's being held back by the SPY. We're not going to see any good run-ups. We may see a few cents here or there, maybe a nickel or a dime. I'm sitting on my hands, saving my money. Thursday's usually a pretty good day. Have to hit it twice as hard tomorrow, double the share size, make up for today. So let's take a look at the SPY. You'll see what I'm talking about. SPY. Let's go to a 5-minute chart on it. That's what the SPY is doing. So nothing really good at all. Couple cheaper stocks paying out a couple of pennies here and there. I'm not interested in those. You may be. NWE seems to be making a move up here. This could be a dip play, pullback. But is it really worth it on a penny? See you later, Greg Huntsman. You have a blessed one. There's no sense in fighting this battle. I'll tell you right now, save your money. What you tie up today, you can't use tomorrow if we do have a green day. So NWE did cooperate. It did do that 1 penny move. So we're coming up on 9 o'clock. You can see how flat this market has become. There's no spikes. The waves had died. The tide has gone out. The SPY may have found a bottom. And I did say may. Daniel, are you talking about the chat for the live stream? Yeah, you'll see channels on your left. You have to click one of the circles on the left top. I believe it's the second one down. I don't know. I'm using an admin panel, so I have to guess at what you're looking at. But it's the colorful one up there. It looks like little pictures in it. If you click that, the channel should show up. And you'll see one called General Chat. That's where you want to leave me a message. And it's not private, it's public. Just leave it in there, I'll find it. You don't see any channels, you have to select disclaimer and accept it. You are welcome, Old Thumb. I appreciate you being here. So out of 13 scans, nothing is moving. That ought to tell you something. Because if they were, I'd be clicking on them. They were worth money. This is what I'm finding, stocks like this in the pennies. Looks like the SPY is pulling back. That was just a little bounce. See you later, James L. Have a blessed day. Thank you for joining us. Nothing but cheaper stocks moving down in the 30-cent range. Kind of like under a dollar store. Good job, Danish. Not enough volume in RES for me. That's why it hadn't triggered on my scans. Low volume stocks will cost you money, so be careful. You need a lot of volume flow to do what we're doing. Not just a couple of shares here and there. SPY is making new lows. Stephen, if you hit your drawing thing up here at the top, mine's kind of different because I'm crunched up over here, but hit drawing tools, and it's the second one with the dollar sign on the right side, second one down. And then what I did is once I put a line, I right click on it and go to properties. And you can make it a dotted line, a solid line here, and you can adjust the width of that line and the color. And save it as default once you do that, and you won't have to go back and change it. You are welcome. So if any of you are interested in this black screen, I can show you how to do that. It's not hard. There's a gear icon right there on the top of your ThinkorSwim. You hit that and go to Appearance. Now over here in Appearance, you need to be set up just like this. So I've unchecked the grid. There's a little color icon here on background. I turned it black. And of course, you set your candle colors up here. And to get rid of your volume, you uncheck Show Volume Subgraph right here in Equities. And that'll take care of the volume bars that's annoying you on your chart. So it's easy to get rid of the mess. And once you do that, you need to go up to the top of your ThinkorSwim where it says Setup and click on Save Workspace As and call it something. So if you ever lose it, you can always go to Setup and just click on it and bring it right back. SPY is continuing to fall. I don't see any sense in continuing this live stream much further. I'll hang on till about 9:15. So guys, it's probably a good day to sit on your hands. If you want to sit here all day and wait for something to happen, that's your choice. I don't do that. I have better things to do than wait. I'll spend my money tomorrow morning in pre-market, providing I get a stock play. I appreciate everyone that joined us this morning. I hope you learned a little bit of something. Continue to come to these live streams and learn every day. Watch me repeat myself just like that annoying green parrot in the corner. And you'll pick up on this information if you're paying attention. Make sure you load these indicators. They're in current setup on Discord, steps 1 through 4. If you load this Momo scanner, once you get it in your watch list, right click on it, edit formula, and make sure this box is checked. After that, you should be good to go. You could be here in the morning. Your chart will probably look like mine, but no guarantees. Your numbers might not be the same as mine. Your stock list might not be the same as mine. They don't all refresh at the same time. But it's been fun. I enjoy doing this. I hope you're catching on. I know a lot of you have. Don't forget to watch the YouTube videos. Leave me a comment. You're welcome. I have nothing to hide. The truth is revealed right here. You get to watch it happen. You don't have to watch me trade. I want to show you where to trade. Thank you for joining us, Dean. Flo, I know you're loving it. You're here continuously, just like the rest of the regulars. It's a change to the better. It's a blessing from above. You're welcome, Roderick. This is where you go from the bologna sandwich to the meatloaf sandwich. You get to eat beans with your rice. As time passes, you upgrade from there. It's just like trading. Yeah, ASPA is a SPAC. Special acquisition. Let me check MNR. It's probably not launched yet, but I'll try it. It's an IPO I've posted. It's not trading yet. You may want to keep an eye on MNR. If you're going to sit around here all day and watch something, that may be some money there. It's only going to start trading once it's launched. Flo, how's it working out for you? You doing good now? You doing better? You're learning? You're profiting? That's great, Flo. So there's a good example. She's been here a few weeks. She's already becoming profitable. Glad I could help out another sister. Okay, guys, I'm going to call it. I'm tired of staring at red and black. I like green and black better. As always, have a blessed day. Be safe in your trading. It's not a glorious day with a red market. I suggest saving your money for tomorrow unless the market turns around sometime today, but I'm not going to sit here and wait on it. So have a blessed day, and as always, God bless. See y'all tomorrow.